Hello, this is a revised wooden Sherman tank that I carved from memory of a kit that came out in World War II. I say revived, really, maybe I should say completed, not revised, but it went from a square looking A2 to the A1 model, the original A1 model, because I rounded off the area in here, and I've added headlights and I've added the details. So I finally decided to do this little video to show what it pretty much looks like completed. And of course, everything moves. This was particular item right here. The gun barrel was made up from a lamp extension. This 30 caliber was made up from rivets and expansions drilled out. This is a nail in the 50 caliber, and the little ammo box I cut down. All this stuff is handmade. I put the soldier guy on here, which is just a cheap painted. I painted it up, a painted toy. I'll take him off of here for the time being to do the video. And of course the moves. This is all wood, and this is their plastic milk bottle bearings between all the moving parts, so it doesn't rub on the wood. One of the ideas I came up with. And I just added a lot of these, like you see this little 45 here. That was a cheap toy. I'm not going to pay a whole lot of money for resin casted parts when I can find cheap toy parts that I can paint up and put on there for detail. Let me turn this around so I can show you the other side, which really has a little more detail on the side you're looking at. And I'm going to go slowly rotate it here, because you can see I've kind of set up a display because I didn't like just having it on the desk for the contrast. And we'll start with the front here, and let me see if I can zoom in at all to give you a picture of the headlights. Yeah, okay. These are the headlights on the front here are horseshoe nails, and I had to make those with electrical fittings that I painted, because you're getting down at working with such small detail. This is a rivet drilled out, and I have to re-blue this with aluminum blue. So that kind of shows you the front detail. And then I'll move her around. And here is your side shot. And I'll go zoom back out to show you that. Okay, so there's your side shot right here. And let me show you some more detail I did there with the cheap plastic soldier toy parts. If you notice, there is a canteen below the 30 caliber and a shoulder bag, canvas looking shoulder bag. And then you see on the side a backpack that came with one of these soldier parts. And then if you look further back, you'll see a little plastic shovel and axe that I just used rubber cement, RTV actually, to put on. And you'll also see here, for instance, is a wrench. Over here is a pipe wrench. These are the fuel fills, the radiator. This is the opening, lifting rings, which are horseshoe nails. And what I'm most proud of doing is making these 1/4 inch tail lamps, and I'm going to lift that up to show you the detail of the back of it, which is, put this under here to show you the back of it. It's, these are, the red lights are actually thumbnails, thumbtacks, and they have horseshoe nails around them. And then I made the sledgehammer, the hand crank, and what we used to call a slugging wrench, which is right here. So move that up. You know, that's a slugging wrench. And of course, you have the back doors and the air breathers on the back. So that was pretty much finished up with the back of the tank. And of course, you can see the rounding off that I did to make it appear more like an A1, which is what my father had as a kid in World War II, and it got discarded when I went in the military, ironically enough. I'm going to spin it around here to show you some more details of, I have little grenades in there in the antenna mount. Of course, they wouldn't have really probably put them in there, but just to have some extra stuff on there, I glued some of these toy parts, and you can see the 50 caliber better on this side, the ammo box I made. And all this is handmade except for the toy parts that I just mentioned, and the treads. The treads are rubber, and because I ordered rubber treads, I kind of had to modify the shape a little bit to make them fit with the hang long drive wheels on the part. Now, I could have made those out of wood, but I thought with the detail and all and the time that it would take, I'll just go ahead and order them. And you see the drive wheels and the rear wheels here are made out of black walnut, and they're attached with screws, and I put the milk bottle bearings in there, and it does move. Everything does move. The tracks do move and all, but it's not the kind of thing that you can really push around outside. Little boys can push around outside or push around on the floor, because I did make it as something to display. And of course, the World War II models did not have all this extra gear on it like you see people doing with the radio controlled tanks now. But for not spending any money and having the stuff around, I used it. And like I said, the tools on the back here and the tail lights, I made out of thumbtacks. Let me see if I can get you one last shot before I shut this off of the tail lights again. There we go. There we go. There, and I'm most proud of those. They were the hardest to put on. Incidentally, that was the hardest thing to get to screw on and glue on and make with detail and attach. I was going to put maybe, and I still might do it, I don't know, but I was going to put a fabric, like a canvas around here to hide the gap. Of course, you really wouldn't have seen this gap in the models. And the old World War II models were just glued on guns. They didn't have any motion to them. But I want to do a little bit extra there. But anyway, this is my M4A1 Sherman tank, complete now. And I just wanted to make a sort of a final video of the progress that I've made. And I'm going to put the guy back on here holding the 50 cal in the back. He's an infantry guy, and I'm going to put him holding the 50 cal. If I can get him to stand up here. A little figure guy. Everybody's laughing because I put a little figure guy on there. But so there he is for to show you the size. And this is a 1/18 to a 1/16 plastic soldier part. G.I. Joe from China guy, and not the expensive resin, perfect detail stuff that you get with the radio control tanks now. And actually, I've enjoyed doing this more than than just applying the parts of my actual radio controlled tank, because this is taking me some a little imagination to get it where it is today. Well, I hope you enjoyed this this little video on how I produced this wooden Sherman tank, which again, to reemphasize, was a kit that was put out during the Second World War. You could buy in model stores back then. They had wooden kits, and they had the treads were paper and wood in the 40s when they produced the kit. And this is something that was discarded or sold at a garage sale or something when I went into service, and I always missed it. So I wanted to make something that reminded me of it. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.